All right, everybody. We are here on the muskrat line, Plan B muskrat line. So we set this up yesterday afternoon. We had, I don't know, maybe 3 hours down this once we got up here, but we got a few sets in and we thought it'd be kind of cool. We actually have a signal, and so we thought it'd be kind of cool if people just want to tune in and watch along as we run this stretch of the line. We had a rat here, so I thought, well, what a better place to start. Back up in there, we had just a blind set, a 1.5 on a blind set. Picked up a rat. So yeah, what a better place to start. Let me see if I can get comments here. Pile up the fur. That's what we're trying to do, Mr. Medlin. All right. Hey, Tommy, how are you, buddy? So we man, we got we had high hopes, big intentions of running a really good hut line this weekend, and man, the weather just didn't cooperate, and it was all iced up. Not terrible, but about a 1/4 inch or so of ice, and with kayaks we just couldn't do it, and so we ejected that plan. Set a couple over there. We picked up 8 rats over there, and then we're on this line. I don't know how many rats we got at this point in time. 20 some maybe. I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and walk this, and we got about I don't know, 1/4 mile, half-mile stretch. We're just gonna walk. How are we not froze up? You know, the some of the shallow bodies of water were locked up, and then this river, this will hardly ever get locked up. It's got to stay in the negatives for quite some time before it really, or down into the single digits anyways, and it'll lock up. But this it stays open, which is kind of nice. And we had a baited set here. So on this stretch, that's the 4th baited set and the first one that hasn't had a rat in it. Yeah. Right? So baited sets have actually been working this early in the season, which is surprising. But we'll keep moseying. Hey Dave, how are you, buddy? Or Darren? Oh, I see some toenails, Nick. I got world famous Nick Erny out here. Yeah, this is a nice rat creek. Really fun to trap. So the way that we're targeting this essentially is we've got 1.5s, Bridger 1.5s, you know, on the bracket there, and we use that setup with the long chain. Throw that in the back, Nick. We use that with the long chain. Just gives us some good versatility when we're setting. So we use that, and then we also use it in the bracket for top edge sets. Like if that spot right there would have been, you know, a straight off shelf, but the rats were crawling out of there, we would have suspended the set there at the top of the just under the water, basically just extending that shoreline a little bit right over the trap. And then we're also using Nick's 160s and his 5-inch, so both the 5-inch and the 6-inch RBGs, and we're using those a lot in like bottom edge sets and covering some of these undercuts where mink will run through, and we have a front coming through right now, so tonight should be pretty good. Yeah, Darren, I'm the pack rat right now. That's hospitality 101. Hey, Bill. So, a lot of good spots in this creek. Water level's super low. But this is probably the best walking river I've ever been in. It's just shy of being a concrete bottom. It's really, really nice walking. So we've got some more sets coming up here somewhere soon. I need to get out trapping. Yeah, Chris, we had a lot of rain last night, and it actually opened up what ice we had. And then it's supposed to get down into the 20s tonight, and stuff will start locking back up. But these little ditches and creeks and stuff, little farm ditches, they don't lock up. Takes a heck of a winter storm or, you know, a cold streak to lock them up. But so full disclosure, I think we had I don't know, we might have only had like 12 or 20 traps left when we hit this stretch. So we kind of spaced them out a bit because we didn't know basically what was around the bend. And I haven't trapped this little stretch in probably 2 years. So it's not quite virgin ground again, but we were actually driving the field up top, and we'd stop, you know, every few hundred yards. But I can see if we would have been walking it, we would have been out of 20 traps a lot sooner than what we are right now. So, hey, Sarah, how are you? Steve, we're in Michigan. We're in southern Michigan right now, running the line out here. We got back from Iowa 2 weeks or so ago. I see something wiggling around up there. Looks like we got a live rat that will go to sleep here momentarily. In fact, I'll kind of look over, show you this. So this here, this little feeder, this runs for probably 500 yards, and this, I used to be able to set colony traps in this, but hell, it's only 2 inches deep. So anyway, so we got a couple rats down there. Are we missing a set? We got that set there. So we had this set that didn't have anything in it. That sucks, Chad. That's not good, man. Why can't it just make up its mind and either stay open water or frozen water, hard water, one or the other? Go see what Mr. Nick is up to. Oh, Nick, it was up there by that drain tile. So, just a tip. This is a pro tip brought to you by RBG Traps. What we do, especially when you're setting with other people, pick out a plan. Set even numbers, odd numbers, whatever. But set 2 traps, 4 traps, whatever in a location. It helps you remember where everything is. Steve, I agree, man. Definitely a great state to trap. So what we've done here is I just set this here. Is that a hind foot, Nick?
Tail caught.
He tail caught. So funny thing, I called this last night, just screwing around. We were walking back through here to go up to the truck, and I had set that set and that set, and I said, I'm gonna have a hind foot catch there, just thinking because of the drop off, and I'm gonna have a front foot catch there. But apparently, that one's a tail catch. So hey, that's not bad. And I don't know what we got over here. Let's see. What do we think, Nick? You think it's a front foot catch or a hind footer? Hind foot. So I was wrong on both. But hey, it happens. A catch is a catch. Yeah, Cal, we got some rats. I mean, you got to work for it, you know. You don't just jump out and catch, hundreds of rats. They're not in every pond. They're not in every little puddle like what you used to see. But you can definitely get out there and catch some rats. Bobcats for muskrats. That's pretty fair trade, Steve. That's a fair trade. I believe, Steve, aren't you PA, I believe. I wish we had canines like y'all got rats. Tommy, what I heard about your canines is that they're around every tree, they're in every ditch, they're under every rock.
I heard it's so easy that Brian Nelson could even catch coyotes. That's what I heard.
That's what you heard?
That's what I heard.
All right. Well, you heard it there, folks. That's just what Nick heard.
Yep.
Excuse me. I gotta put this other strap of my pack basket on before stuff starts tipping out. All right, I think we're good. I suck at catching yotes. Yeah. Go see Tommy. He'll teach you all there is to know about catching coyotes.
I will say one thing about Tommy. That's impressive the way he keeps his records. That to me is more impressive.
The record keeping? Yeah. Tommy's canceling his RBG order.
That's fine. I need more time to trap this one anyhow.
Yeah. You do that, I might just have a permanent guest.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of cool, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and whatnot, and kind of walks this little stretch with us. I think we got, I don't know, up to those trees or past those trees. All I know is there's a fallen down tree that we got to go under and pick up 4 sets. And there's one set, and if it has an otter in it, this will turn to R-rated real quick. But so if you could see, Nick was really pushing that rod down. This is kind of sandy here, so you want to try and get it down as good as you can, just in case you pick up a coon or something. Why do I say coon like I'm from Canada or Minnesota or something? Coon. It's kind of like Dunlap and his coyote. RBGs, rough on groundhogs. Absolutely. Yes, they are. Oop, that one got hit by a mink. Look at there. So if you see this, chances are you had a mink come through and pick him off a little bit, we'll still be able to salvage that muskrat to a large degree, and plus the carcass and whatnot that we, that we utilize. But yeah, that's definitely sign of a mink. Travis, no, we left Iowa a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember what day. It was right before Thanksgiving. Yeah, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we left Iowa. Jeff and Sarah stayed in Iowa. Yeah, like a week or 10 days longer than we did. And then just the other night, Nick and I were talking and said, the weather looks fairly decent this coming weekend. And Nick said, I'm coming north to come rat trapping. And I said, okay. And so we're out doing some rat trapping. Always fun to trap with somebody else. I absolutely love it. So here's a little mink set that Nick had put in place. These little drain tiles and whatnot, they're magnets. Obviously that didn't have anything, but it will. Look at here. Nick should move his trap to this side of the river. I don't know, Nick.
I think so.
I would. So we're pulling these tomorrow, so you might as well capitalize on it. When I set these up for mink, it could be, 7 to 10 days before you see much activity of them coming back through. But something like this, obviously the rats are coming here. So set that, and he's going to set it blind, I'm assuming. And so you could also pick up the mink there too, Not that you couldn't over there, but they're definitely telling you right here what they're doing. So I've had big male rats cannibalized. Yeah, I seen that before where I was using rat carcasses for mink bait, and rats aren't afraid to come in and either investigate it or feed or whatever. It's hard to tell exactly what happened overnight, but definitely have caught rats on rat carcasses. You all have a 6 out of 6 day. Have fun cutting wood, Darren. That sounds like a blast. There's just so many spots that you could plant a trap through here. We got a live one, folks. So we got a rat there. I think it just went to sleep. Mike, this is uncharacteristic of our rivers and streams. This is without a doubt the best river I've ever walked in. It's sandy bottom and it's very compact, so it's almost like walking in a garage floor. Tail catch. I like the tail catches. It preserves their feet. Because I like to make keychains out of their feet. Lucky rat foot. Yep. Yeah, but funny thing where we were at yesterday morning to kayak, and we couldn't get out there, and there was a couple huts that were tempting, and so we said, we got to get out there and set those huts. So we went by Chesty's, put chest waders on, went out there, and man, it was not a very safe situation. And so we only got one hut set up, and it was nothing but loon poop bottom. So yeah, this plan B ended up a really nice, alternative plan, I guess you could say. Well, he didn't have enough butt to bump himself off there, did he? Looked like a pretty good rat. I had kicked that down with my boot, either right there or right there. I had just kicked that down and just planted it blind, I thought. No, I guess I didn't. I had it, see, he must have screwed it up just a little bit. But yeah, I had it on a top edge set right there. I think right up against what's left of that little feed pad. You could do whatever you want, Nick, to remake that. I don't care. But see, we get a lot of these, in this river anyways, we get a lot of these undercuts, right, that go underneath those grasses. You know, you can plant, if you could carry enough, I mean, we could have set hundreds and hundreds of those if we wanted to, but those are, you know, really, really good spots for mink too. I think they produce pretty well. But they're not something that you get, you know, every night or, you know, within the first night catch or something. Sometimes they gotta sit and bake for a while. But just like this one, Nick has this bank den here. There's a bank den up in there. You can see, get down where you can see it. So there's a bank den. He's got that guarded nicely, and that'll pick up rats. It'll pick up mink, you name it. And so what we're carrying RBGs, we're carrying 1.5s and rods. Both the RBGs and the 1.5s, they've got, you know, either Hag spring clips or Hag's brackets, and we're just, you know, using the rods for our staking, our stabilizing, you know, everything. So pretty easy setup. Looks like we got a trip trap up here. I don't know what happened there, folks. I think it was set right there. I gotta be honest, I don't know who set what anymore. So, but I think it was right there because I think there was a pretty big toilet. Looks like there's a fresh coon track in there. So somehow it probably tripped that trap somehow, and swing and a miss. You can't catch them all. Unless you're Mike Swanson. I don't recall, bud. It looks pretty dynamite to me. Oh, this is this area. So check this out. Nobody traps here very much anymore for coon. There's literally piles upon piles upon piles of coon scat. So that other one was just right back there, so wherever I just showed it. It was still set. That one guarding the den. We had one right there, still set. So that was the 4, right? So we had 4 there and a sprung trap. That's all we got on that little spot. This is another great little mink spot. It's a full cut through there. So we got that guarded, and then we've got another trap up here, which, hey, we got us a buck mink.
All right.
We got a bucky. This is what's fun about setting this sort of stuff, is you can pick up, you know, mink, or you can pick up muskrats, you know, just kind of fun. Looks like a buck. It's a pretty good size one anyways. Maybe. Ooh, what the heck happened to it? Boy, he got hit by something. We got some vultures in here. Is it coon?
No.
Your shovel just dropped right there.
Formed exactly how it was supposed to. You set that, right?
Yeah. All right. There we go. Little bucker. At least I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Yep, little bucker. I think I'm in my back basket. There we go. All right. We had just the 2 right there. All right, we'll cruise up here. I love catching buck mink. I like catching any mink, but I really like catching buck mink. We let the does go. Right, Nick?
Yeah.
Let the does go. Yeah, Dave, it is fun. I had always trapped by myself, and like most trappers do. Most trappers are trapping by themselves because there's not anybody in the area else that does it, or we're just introverted or whatever. But when I started trapping with friends, man, what a great time. So much better. You know, whether my wife's coming with me and just taking pictures, you know, that's awesome, you know. But just being able to share any bit of it is just fun. I think we had 2 sets through here. Yep, we was setting this this tree root system up. So Nick's got that one guarded. And then this is my gotta get creative to figure out how to set it. But I ran a rod horizontal through the spring clip, and we got it set that way. So Kevin, I'm telling you, you couldn't charge enough to have a river like this. This is the best walking river ever, anywhere. Here we go. We got some nice droppings there. We got a couple sets up in here. Bear with me, don't get nauseous while I go under this log here. Hopefully I don't fall in. Try and get under this with my pack basket. That ain't the easiest. If I could only do the limbo. All right. So, whew. Starting to get a little bit deeper water here. And if I'm not mistaken, 2 sets, Nick? Is it that one there and this one? So I found this hole, which looked like a den entrance. We'll see if I was right. Definitely sprung. I can't tell if there's something in this one or not, Nick. So there's a hole down there that cuts up into that bank. It's sprung, but I can't see if there's anything on it. Hey, I see toes. All right. This is the last set of this stretch, and it's always great to end the stretch with a rat. Right? Right. Mr. RBG. Dave, I love trapping the UP, man. All right. My pack's kind of heavy. How's your pack, Nick?
Well, like it's built when we come out of that little puzzle.
Yeah. Yep. Start weighing on your shoulders, did it? Watch this. I mean, this is awesome. Whoop. There it is. How about that? And that just covered that bank down there, and easy as that. Oh, look at this. There's a good spot too. All around. I mean, there's so many spots to set. Oop. Whew. All right. Well, we made it out of the ditch. So appreciate y'all tuning in. And what size RBGs? We're using both the 5-inch and the 6-inch. Both of them performing awesome. But I had the 6-inch, the single spring 160s. I really like those. Nick's working on the 5-inchers, and he brought a bunch of those up, and he's running those. So we got a mix of everything out between, you know, your rat size RBGs and Bridger 1.5s. Rat numbers in the area, I'd say decent. Like I was saying earlier, I don't think you can go out, you know, and just expect to catch 400 or 500. But you probably could if you worked your butt off. I mean, really, really worked at it. Like this spot here, we're gonna pull tomorrow, and there's gonna be plenty of seed. You know, I could keep trapping this spot and, you know, pick them up over time, but it's not what we're doing. So, but the southern Michigan area seems to be pretty good for rats right now. You know, people that trapped in the 70s and 80s will tell you that, you know, there are no rats, they're extinct. And for what they're used to or we're accustomed to, that, you know, they're not far off. But you can get out there, you can make it work, and have fun doing it. So, you bet, Earl. All right, before I lose signal again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Do us a favor, man. Check out RBG Traps. Subscribe to their Facebook page. Minnesota Trap Lines. Give them some business. F&T. All of our dealers that are on our website. All great people. Just everybody. All kinds of states that carry our stuff. And then, you know, just get out there and trap. I try and say it almost every time, but I don't care if you use our products. Doesn't matter to me or not. Just get out there and trap, right? We need trappers. So get out there, recruit. So see you all down the line. We'll come back maybe when we have something else interesting. So we'll see y'all. Bye.